Good morning everyone, my name is Julie. Today I want to talk about a very special book called The Summary of a Bank by David Authority. First, my argument is that this story challenges of what right and wrong really mean. But first, let's look at the story. We following Rex, a 12-year-old boy who is going through a hard time because his parents just split up, and he is sent to a Jewish island, a rainy place in Ireland, to stay with his Uncle Derm. Rex is a shy person. He doesn't have many friends at school, but he really likes his Uncle Derm. Uncle Derm is not your typical author. He's creative, loves DIY gadgets, and sometimes acts without thinking about the consequences. But Rex really looks up to him, even though Derm is a bit eccentric. So the class of competing is my first point. That an action can be wrong for people, but an action can be right for people but wrong for the law when a character stands on a thin line between right and wrong. For example, Uncle John discovered that the local mobile bank is cheating on hardworking people with an interest rate, and suddenly he has an incurable illness, so he decided to rob a bank, not for himself but to help everyone on the island. This shows that doing something wrong doesn't make someone be a bad person. It creates a gray area where people can be both good and flawed at the same time. Once we see the kindness behind the robbery, we don't want to see Tom Bushnell. Instead, we feel much deeper connection to him. So my second point is about moral maturity. That is the way our understanding changes as we go off about right and wrong. When we are kids, we think life is just black and white, but through Rex's journey, we learn that morality isn't officially approved. It's a personal or difficult choice. So at the start, Rex's Godrum is just wrong and crazy, but however, by the end of the trip, he realized that his moral right rule was sometimes to reject and cold, but on the other hand, Uncle John's right action actually teach Rex about freedom and real life lessons. So in the end, Rex becomes more forgiving. He sees him as a real person with a big heart. So, in closing, true understanding comes when we step out of our comfort zone and face the complication of life. This story also wants to teach us that to be less judgmental and to love more. Thank you for listening.